We are going motorcycle camping at the Oregon coast with a twist.
There's the ocean. Like a teepee in a cabin had a baby.
And that is a futon.
That's gonna get us there. That's a lot of wood. Speed hump. That was actually my nickname in high school.
You gotta go through the brewery to get to the restaurant. Time to sample some beers. Beautiful sunset behind me. I wish it hadn't taken me till I was 42 years old to figure that out. It was like summer camp. Another sneaker. Let that be a lesson to you, kids. Motorcycle friends, we need to talk about something uncomfortable. The fact is, your boots stink. You wear them for hours at a time, you take them off, you throw them on the shelf, and you just let nature take its course, and nature has taken a smelly course. Fortunately, this doesn't have to be the case. What if I told you there's a solution that's quick and easy to use, inexpensive, and makes it so you don't have to worry about the smell in your boots for 3 solid months? This video is sponsored by Shoe Fresh, which is exactly what it sounds like. Shoe Fresh eliminates odors in your boots and keeps odors from coming back for up to 3 months. To apply it, just shake up the bottle and then spray 10 to 15 squirts inside your shoe. Then flip your shoe over and give it 15 or so more squirts. The goal is to evenly cover the entire interior surface of your shoe with the spray. Once you've got a good amount inside, you can use the included paintbrush to spread it around and into all the cracks and crevices inside your shoe. Afterward, let it dry for 8 hours and you're good to go for 3 whole months. Put in 5 minutes of work, get 3 months of benefits. Sounds good to me. Shoe Fresh works on all the shoes in your house, not just your riding boots. It's fragrance-free because the point is to eliminate odors, not cover them up with equally obnoxious, overpowering artificial scents. Each bottle of Shoe Fresh contains enough spray to treat at least 12 pairs of shoes. Shoe Fresh also has a money-back guarantee, so if you use it and you're not satisfied, you just send back whatever's left in your bottle and they'll send you a full refund. Big shout out and thank you to Shoe Fresh for sponsoring not only this video, but also my less stinky boots for the next 3 months. Check out the link in the description for more information. And now, on with the adventure. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dork Side. I'm the Dork on the road. It is November 30th, and the KLR is loaded up because we are going motorcycle camping at the Oregon coast with a twist. We're gonna stay in a yurt. I'm the Dork on the road, and I want to be your internet riding buddy, so please consider subscribing. That's right, we are in the throes of fall, and I'm headed to the Oregon coast to go motorcycle camping, sort of. So if you don't know what a yurt is, it's kind of like a tent in a cabin had a baby. I'm going to Beverly Beach State Park, which is near Newport, Oregon, right on the Oregon coast. We're gonna stay in a yurt. It's got an electric heater and all kinds of amenities. So it's my first time ever staying in a yurt. Gonna try to have dinner at the Rogue Brewery, maybe have a cerveza or two, campfire and all that. Chance of rain is minimal, but this is Oregon, so I'll probably get some. I'm gonna get on the bike and ride over the mountain to the coast and check out this whole yurt situation, and you guys are gonna come with me, so let's roll.
Literally stuck behind a truck going 35 miles an hour, so seems like a good time to stop at Elmaker State Park and check out the facilities. Newport. There's the ocean. 10. It's Kingfisher. They all have bird names. That was the highway I was just on. The dude in the hole. This is it. This is us. Oh, sick. I dig it. I think I mentioned before I left that a yurt is like a tent in a cabin had a baby, but it's actually more like a teepee in a cabin had a baby. Got a fire pit and a picnic table. Gonna get some firewood if I can figure out where they're selling it. It's got a porch. I can just sit here in my chair. There's nobody in there. That's a good sign. Hey, the code works. Look at where we are. This is awesome. This is awesome, dude. Which bed should I sleep on? It's so hard to decide. It's got a little air purifier. It's got a heater, electric heater. It's got a broom. There's a door. And most importantly, plug-ins over there so we can actually charge stuff. It's not really roughing it, I'm gonna tell you that much. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So I've never actually yurt camped before. I've always wanted to try it. This would be really fun, I think, to come and do in crappy weather. It's not supposed to be that bad today and tomorrow, but it's a little expensive. It's about 50 bucks a night with the reservation fee, you know, and I could get a tent site for half that. But I've always wanted to try this, like I said, and this could be a good way to do motorcycle camping in the winter, even in really bad weather. So I'm excited to give it a shot. I'm gonna get all this gear off and stash it in here. First, I gotta figure out firewood. Then I'm gonna go back into town to the brewery, the Rogue Brewery, my favorite place to eat on the coast. Have dinner, maybe pick up a beer or two. It'd be really neat if I could get back in time for the sunset. But that is in like 2.5 hours, so I gotta hustle if I'm gonna try that. All right, let's roll. Look, those came off very easily, that's nice. Skylight is my favorite. So just here's a look inside from the door. So bunk bed, table and chairs, and then that is a futon slash bed on this side. And garbage can and all the comforts of home, except the bathroom. So there's a water spigot right over here. Very convenient. So you can see, and there's no one here. Tent sites across the way. And then just a yurt upon yurt upon yurt. Very cool, dude. I want to go see if I can find a place to buy some firewood. Supposedly they sell it here. There it is. Sign says open. Let's go in. That's gonna get us there. That's a lot of wood. Wood acquired, stashed safely in the yurt. Now it's time for food, beverages, and then we'll come back, have a fire, and a relaxing evening. Speed hump. That was actually my nickname in high school. I need to censor that one out. Gonna be a beautiful sunset with all these clouds. I hope I make it back in time. Hope I make it back in time. Look at this. Oh, I look around too much. You can't get a good shot, but kind of cool. It's a jetty. It's a south jetty. And that's the brewery right down there. That's where we're going. Big long building you can't see because it's behind the guardrail. Trust me, it's still there. See it right there? That's the brewery. What a cool spot. There's the bridge. And they're actually kind of busy. I did not think at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday they would be busy. Rogue Brewery, Rogue Nation World Headquarters. The entrance is actually through that giant tank, so we'll go over there, but here's the KLR, looking good. Check this out. Watch this. It's just empty. There's a disco ball up there. Cool. The coolest part about this place is you gotta go through the brewery to get to the restaurant. My camera was off when I walk in and the guy says, "Do you want a free sample of beer?" Yeah, I do. This is Coast Haze?
Coast Haze.
It's an IPA?
Imperial IPA.
Good stuff. It's pretty good. Actually, it's really good. I'm not a big IPA guy, but yeah, pretty sweet and doesn't have that juniper tree overpowering taste to it, which is nice. Look at everything they have on tap. Their stuff is good too. I've seriously been here 10 minutes. My flight just came out. My flight of beers. And the Dead Guy Burger. Awesome. Let's sample some beers. Kringle Crusher. That's good. Look at that thing. That's good. Highly recommended. Well, that was delicious. If you're ever in Newport, you should stop here and eat. Everybody wants to come here for clam chowder. Nah, screw that. Come to the brewery, have delicious beer and a great burger, and they also have clam chowder if that's really what you're into. Wow, look at that. Spectacular. Made it back to camp. I'm rushing to get down to the beach. I want to see this sunset. It's gorgeous colors. You can see them already. Look at that. It was so red a minute ago when I pulled in. The sun has just gone down below the horizon. We just missed it, but it's still pretty gorgeous. This camera will not do this justice, but I'm really glad I rushed back for this. It is 4:44 p.m. Yeah. It's dark early. Pretty gorgeous. Look at this beautiful sunset behind me. Unbelievable. I'm gonna throw my sweatshirt on, chop up some kindling, make a fire, and then enjoy the evening by the fire with a cerveza or two. Because I may have picked up a few beverages on my way back, but man, that was a gorgeous sunset. Problem with enjoying the sunset is when you get back it's dark. Fire's kind of going. It's delicious beer time, and I know I was just at a brewery, but I drink 3 or 4 of those and I'm gonna pass out and be hungover. But back to the old unlimited versions of these, so cheers, friends. Also, have you seen the Motorcycle Adventure logo design? Looks good on this green color. Teespring link in the description. Is that crazy? It is December, literally tomorrow, at the coast, and it's too hot to wear my sweatshirt when it's dark outside. It is only 5:38. It's like a 2.5, 3-hour cigar. So hopefully I can get through the whole thing. That's a Cinco Vegas. It's just a really long one. Like a 7-incher. Ask me how I know. Because it says on the box. What were you thinking? That was a great dinner. Oh my God, so good. Flights, every time I get one, I love all the beers in it. The problem is, like, one of them was 8% and one was, no kidding, 14. So you can't even sit there and drink the samplers unless you're planning on being there for a while. And it's a restaurant, not a bar. What do you guys think of this Yurt thing? I think they're too expensive for what they are, but pretty cozy, and I would definitely do this in the winter. So, you know, I'm not gonna camp in the trailer anymore. I'm not gonna camp in my tent. I just have never done this before. Always wanted to try it. Never been to this campground.
Fire's going great, but I put my last big logs on there, so once these are done, which is going to be a while, there's a big piece in there, I'll go inside for a bit. But just put my sweatshirt on. It's a really pleasant night, like mid-50s, maybe 50-ish by now. So cheers to all of you. Thumbs up in the comments. That's your cheersing me back here. You leave a thumbs up, and then I know that you return the cheers. I've been camping more times this year than obviously any year in my life, but I've been camping more times this year than maybe the last 5 years combined. So it's pretty great to be out in the outdoors this much. It's one of those things that I've always known that I loved, but always talk myself out of doing. I think maybe there's 3 kinds of people. There's people that actively avoid discomfort. There's people that accept that discomfort exists, but don't seek it out necessarily, but are okay with the possibility. And there are some people that actively seek it out because they enjoy conquering it, or just sort of getting through it, coming out the other side, and it makes them feel like they've accomplished something, like they've braved the storm. What type of person are you? Tell me in the comments. But I definitely used to be the first category. Someone that actively avoided discomfort. Someone that, if there was a possibility that I might be uncomfortable, it was enough to not do the thing. And I really think I'm moving towards the center group. I'm trying to actively move towards the center group, where I accept that discomfort is a possibility, but understand that I'll just deal with it. It won't be as bad as I think. Because if you spend your whole life trying to avoid being uncomfortable, you probably, you won't succeed. You're always going to find uncomfortable things are going to happen, but you miss out on a lot of really amazing things that you would never have experienced if you weren't okay with the idea of being uncomfortable. And the 10 years I spent not camping, it's proof of that. Versus this year, where I have admittedly I have a lot more time. Like, I understand that I'm very lucky and very fortunate to get to do this. I'm very lucky to be out here on a Tuesday night. But overall, in general, I'm trying to become a person who understands that discomfort is a possibility, but 1, it's worth it, 2, it doesn't always happen, and 3, it's necessary to get to the good part, to get to the good stuff. I wish it hadn't taken me till I was 42 years old to figure that out. But I'll keep pushing and learning and growing, getting more comfortable with being uncomfortable. I still have the voice in my head that's like, it might be cold, or it might not be as nice as you think, or you might be bored, or you might not have everything you need. And I just really try to move past that. Try not to be that person anymore. It's hard. It's still there. It's one of those things that doesn't go away. You just get better at dealing with it. You just get better at being like, yeah, but it'll be fun anyway. And silencing that voice, or at least ignoring it, or quieting it. It still gets me from time to time. And that's your Dork on the Road Fireside Philosophy chat for this trip. Anyway, just chilling by the fire. Catch up with you when we go back in the yurt. The fire is mostly dead. There is a few embers, which means I'll have a little bit of a log. I don't even know why that's funny. It's a poop joke, I guess. For the morning, to start my fire on, I saved myself a couple pieces, but I am out of firewood, so it's time to move inside the yurt. It is 8:13, so I'm not going to bed right away. The other thing is, some asshole drank all my beer. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. I turned the ISO up all the way. Maybe I shouldn't have. It's really grainy. We'll see. It's weirdly backlit in here. But anyway, I'm in the yurt. I turned the heater on. This is the bed I'm actually going to sleep on because the mattress seems thicker, even though it is the futon. So I'm going to sit on it for a bit because it is only 8:30. I'm not going to bed just yet, but this thing is bigger than I expected. So I watched a bunch of videos. Definitely, I thought it would be a little bit more cramped, but this thing is probably 25 feet across. No kidding. There's a bunk bed. On the other side, there's a table. There's plenty of room in here. These things sleep 5, supposedly, and I believe it. You'd have to double up on a couple beds, so you have to be pretty comfortable with whomever you were sleeping with. And as tempting as it is to sleep on the top bunk over there, I'm not gonna, because the mattress is half as thick as the one I'm sitting on right now on this futon. So I'm gonna sleep on this futon because it seems like the cushiest mattress. I will check in with you before I go to bed for sure, but it's pretty cozy. Pretty cozy. I'd recommend it. It's like summer camp. 9:47. I think I'm gonna call it a night. If you're enjoying this yurt camping adventure, please hit that like button. Don't hesitate to subscribe if you want to see more shenanigans, motorcycle camping adventures like this. I am gonna turn in for the night, and I will see you all in the morning. Good night. Angry blue jay. They're mad when you don't leave food out. Good morning. It is 8:30. Got my coffee made. Slept okay. Actually, I had to get up. I'm gonna get up in the night to go pee a couple times, obviously, because I drink a lot. But I had to get up and turn the heater off. It was too warm. I was sweating in there in my bag with that little heater on. So I turned it off. It was a lot more comfortable. I think a yurt would be a really neat thing to camp in bad weather. I'd like to try that sometime. The heater going in there and the rain kind of pounding. You can sit out here on the porch. Pretty cool. I don't usually have a porch when I'm camping. Saved a little wood for a fire when I'm not feeling it. Mostly because I have to split all that wood up and it's a real pain in the ass with the hatchet. I discovered last night it's some pretty hard wood. It doesn't split easy and I'm feeling lazy today, so I might leave 2 pieces for whoever camps here next. I'm gonna sit here, drink my coffee, contemplate my life choices. Ron Swanson said mornings are for coffee and contemplation. No better place to do that than camping, in my opinion. Well, we're at the coast, and the weather is actually decent, which never happens. At least not when I'm here. It is a gorgeous day, so let's go down to the beach, because I'm sure you guys might be interested in seeing that, you know, and when you're at the beach, I guess you should look at it. So it is really close. It's like a 3-minute walk. You can actually see the bridge right there. We'll go under that to get to the beach, but it's very close. Kind of a cool trail. Wow, the tide is in. It was low tide when we were out there last night. Your eyes on the waves, but gotta film too. Gotta put myself in danger for art. Isn't that amazing? See what happens when you turn your back on the ocean? Don't turn your back on the ocean to film. It's very close to my feet. It's a sneaker wave, yo. All the things they told us about every time we came here on a field trip when we were kids. Don't turn your back, there's sneaker waves. Forgot the whole thing, almost got sneaked right then. Trying to get a good shot in the sunlight. I just want you to see it behind me, but that is the beautiful Oregon coast on a mild day, which just doesn't happen, at least in my experience. It is often windy and wet, very windy. I can't believe there's no wind. This is the least wind I've ever experienced at the coast, I think, probably, or close to it. Well, that's gorgeous and amazing, but can't stare at it all day, so I'm gonna head back into camp and think about starting to pack up. There's another sneaker. Look at that, holy Literally every time I turn my back and start to film, a wave comes up behind me. Let that be a lesson to you, kids. Okay, back to camp. So I've got mostly everything packed up. It's not on the bike yet, but the giant mess I had in here earlier is in that Tillamook bag and that Rogue dry bag. I'm gonna put these bags on the bike and think about getting out of here. I think that's gonna do it for this here adventure. So I had a great time Yurt camping, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Just want to take a minute to say thank you to my channel members and patrons, without whom content like this wouldn't be possible. Channel members and patrons get early access to videos, merchandise discounts, and other perks, and there's a join button and a Patreon link right below the video. If you want to support the channel and these adventures without committing to a monthly donation, totally get it. You're smart, you're savvy, I like that about you. You can use my affiliate links to Revzilla, Motocamp Nerd, Rocky Mountain ATV, or Amazon in the description below. Click on those links and anything that you buy, I'll get a small commission, you get your thing at no extra cost, everybody wins. Also, those links are generic links, so all you have to do is use them to click through to the site, and anything you buy, I'll get credit for. You don't have to have a specific link for everything you're looking for. I really, really appreciate those of you who have done that and continue to do that. It's been a big boost to my income, and it helps finance these adventures, as well as, you know, helping my kid have food and braces and things like that. But I'm gonna get on the road. I've got about an hour and a half ride-ish. Hopefully, it's a gorgeous day for riding, so we'll get some good scenery on the way back. But the KLR got me here. The KLR is gonna get me home. So I'm gonna get out of here, but I just wanna say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you. Excellent! Let me just show you how big it is. And it's big, like, you're standing outside the door right now. It is massive, so pretty impressed with this little thing. I'm gonna do this again. I'm definitely gonna Yurt camp again.